Alright, welcome back everyone. Beautiful spring day. Say we got chickens this year again, and built a coop earlier this spring, and we got a dozen chickens, so we know where our eggs are coming from. But one of the things that I put on this chicken coop is a door that slides up and down, and it has to be done manually both morning and night. And of course, with the days getting longer and me getting older and going to bed sooner, those aren't two things that coincide. So I have decided to put an automatic chicken door on the coop, and that's what we're going to start the day with. So the chicken coop is big enough for about, well, 20 chickens. That's pushing it, but we have 12. And the door that I made is just a sliding piece of plywood that goes up and down, which has to be, of course, open and closed manually. And it's just held up by that little metal pin in a hole, and then when the door is down you can lock it from the top. But yeah, we're going to put the automatic door on there. So what I ordered was the RUN CHICKEN T50, and you can see by comparison that the size of the door is quite a bit smaller. Now they say that this unit was for the larger breed of chicken, so let's hope so. We're going to give it a try, and if it doesn't work out, well, then I'll just make a new door. I was planning to cut it into that and just slide that back in place and then run the chicken door off of that. Now it comes all the way from, I believe, Slovenia, and it came within 3 days, so shipping was just fantastic. Price point was pretty good. I paid 179 Canadian, and that included the taxes, and there must have been a bit of a sale because I've seen them for more. But anyway, we're going to take this door out, and then we're going to mount the RUN CHICKEN T50 onto that door. Okay, well, we've got the old plywood door in the shop here, and this is all that came in the package. The instruction manual, the actual unit itself, and this packet of screws with a dire warning that to use these screws only for installation, so that's what we're going to do. Don't want to break the law here or anything, you know. Anyway, we're going to, you can see how much smaller it is than the door that I figured, but we're going to just cut the plywood, fit it to the door, follow the instructions, and then put the door back on the coop. Alright, well, they say that the first step is to take the mechanism off the top and check for batteries, and then do a test run, and then you can mount it to the door. Alright, first test run okay. Seems to be okay. Now we're going to take the handle off the door and cut an opening. So I'm assuming that the measurement has to be just a little bit larger than this, and of course up. So I'll take a quick measurement and then I'll center it on the door and cut it out. Okay, we've got our opening cut just slightly bigger than the edge of the opening, top and bottom and side. We're going to do a full opening on the bottom, maybe keep the crap out of the groove. At any rate, I've got it in the open position, and then we're going to use these screws as they suggest. And they're also suggesting that you can't just crush it, because then it will crush this little groove and then the door won't slide freely. So what you have to do is you have to keep the screw just slightly proud of the plastic frame. Alright, so we've got the door mounted to the previous door, and I just left the screws just slightly above the plastic frame so it doesn't crush the groove that the door slides in. And of course, as the reason that we bought this is that we don't have to monitor it, and when it gets dark, technically this sensor, there it goes, detects that it's dark and closes the door. Now hopefully the chickens are well inside by that time, and of course when it's light, it detects that it's light out and lets the chickens out. So I'm hoping this is a huge time saver. I don't have to monitor them in the morning, and I don't have to monitor them at night. So the last thing to do is to get it back on the chicken coop. And our mouse patrol has produced another set of mouse patrollers. Twilight had 3 kittens earlier this week, and so now we've got more cats to deal with. So one of the other features, and I don't know how to test that until I get it up on the coop itself, but apparently it's supposed to know when there's something blocking the door and will return up into the up position. If it detects something that's blocking the way, we'll test that when it's up. But the manual is pretty straightforward, and there are more instructions on how to set the timers and so on and so forth, but we're just looking for morning and night opening. But apparently you can download an app and control or set up the settings in that as well, so I'm going to do that later. So let's go up to the coop and put the door up. Alright, well, the RUN CHICKEN T50 has been installed, and we'll monitor it for the first few days, of course, but looks like it's going to do what we want it to do. Now the breed of chicken that we got is Bovin Brown, something like that. And they're supposed to be one of the larger chicken breeds, and let's hope that they fit through that door. Otherwise I'm going to have to come up with a different solution. But at any rate, we're going to see how this works, and this should save me a bit of time in the morning and at night letting the chickens in and out. But overall, pretty impressed with you know, the build of it. It seems to be pretty sturdy, and of course time will tell, of course, if it lives up to its name, but it was rated pretty good. Alright, we're going to quickly test the function on this unit, that if something gets stuck in between, like a chicken, as it's closing, that it will go back up. So let's quickly do that. Okay, so wasn't too much pressure on the hand, and it went back up, and then in a second it should go down again. There it goes. So as the chickens are coming in or going out, and it detects that something's in the doorway, it will automatically open up again. Alright, looks like the ladies are getting their treat for the day. Mrs. from the Woods has the leftover scraps, but here they go. They know what's coming. Alright, well, we'll see how the chickens react to the new chicken door, the RUN CHICKEN T50. Overall, pretty impressed with the build of it. Pretty sleek and slim, easy to install, of course, just super easy. And I think anybody can do it. Now, I've got big tools in the shop, but you can do it with a jigsaw or something like that as well. So, of course, time will tell whether it's going to live up to its name. But overall, happy with how it looks. And hopefully these big chickens can fit through that small door, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it, of course, for the first couple of days to make sure that it's working, and download the app and see if we can't control some of the settings. But glad you could join us, and hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you join us again for another video coming soon.